Timbersaw still being in the pool. You grab that, then you pair it with maybe another hero with hard or carry with hard lockdown. Take a
Yeah,
Sven or
you
two.
need lockdown for sure. Sven would be fine. Um,
I, I don't mind Sven here, just like picked up now, to be honest.
Troll. Okay, that's a really good lane matchup for Troll though. So this I do like this a lot.
Ooh, I'm gonna disagree and be that very annoying analyst who
Oh,
throws
do
you
it.
under the
Do it, do it, do it,
bus.
do it.
Yeah,
Please do, please do.
yeah. I think this. I am in the camp that Troll Warlord is just a bad hero. Um,
Really?
yeah,
I don't think he's a strong carry unless he has a good lane. I think he's one of those niche carries right now that you pick him when there's not many other good safe lane heroes that are gonna like do well in the lane, and then you just pick a troll, and he's an absolute lane dominator compared to some of these other heroes. And against the Beastmaster, he's one of the few heroes that does really well. I think back in the only reason I know this one, Safe Lane Ember Spirit was something that was picked a lot into Beastmaster. It was one of the better counters in the game before they nerfed a little bit of Ember's kit. But then Troll Warlord was the only other hero as well. So I do like the Troll pickup for that reason. But against the Chaos Knight, seems a little hard. Seems a little hard.
does he is the blind to fall back on, but once MKB is completed, not much of an issue. And I feel as if like the blind isn't anything near to worry about as the a Heaven's Halberd against Troll Warlord. When you have this many heroes, this many strength heroes, Elder Titan, Chaos Knight, Beastmaster,
All
they're
love
more
help.
than happy to
Yeah,
be picking up Heaven's Halberds.
absolutely.
It's such a good, and then you just kind of sit in front of a hero. You've disabled yourself. You've worse than disabled yourself because you're automatically walking towards people and just standing in front of them, like go on, hit me, sort of thing, inside your ultimate ability. Ooh, I'm liking the catJAMMERS.
Yeah.
The cat jamming in the chat. I was feeling it before we started, just bobbing my head. I don't know
Yeah.
if you noticed that.
Oh yeah, 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 absolutely.
You probably look at me half the time during the games and like
Oh
see
yeah,
some of
yeah.
the weird reactions and
A
box
lot
translated.
of other casters probably would put like the game like their like OBS and software and stuff on their second monitor. Me,
Mhm.
full screened Neph's face. It is just my entire right monitor the entire time we're streaming. So I hope you
This
guys
guy
realize that I get to see everything that you don't see, and boy is it worth it.
This guy was talking to me yesterday about why he needs a third monitor, and now I see why. One is just my face. I'm like, all right, Ricky, this is my setup. I have a huge monitor, like 34 inches, that I drag in like four corners. I have all like my video stats, my OBS, my Discord, Twitch chat, etc. pulled open here. If you just have my face in one thing, I can see the need, man.
I have OBS and Dota on one monitor, and then Neph on the other, and it works great. No issues here. Production on point as always. It's good stuff.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Ooh.
Okay, that's a good pick.
I like that a lot. It is amazing against melee heroes. They really get messed up by the root, especially Chaos Knight. You can't really reality. You have to get on top of people with that one. It's great to sit in front of towers and just spam your Firestorm to stop heroes. You got your Chonky Boy that stops pushes.
Yeah, this is good. I mean, Firestorm is just incredibly valuable here too, because they needed some form of D push, and he does it really well.
I don't like that at all. I say that every hero in Dota is pickable, and all of them kind of fill a different niche. But like Pudge and Shadow Fiend, they feel kind of awful.
So I was gonna say, catJAMMERS have been running Underlord mid in pubs, like Bryle has.
Oh
So,
yeah, he's run this before.
yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot of NA people who are running the Underlord in the mid lane, and I will say I've done this a lot actually. Underlord is one of the heroes that I actually really enjoy playing in the mid lane occasionally. You just get super farmed, and there's no real counter to him unless you like are Monkey King or something. Like you just sit there, Firestorm the wave, deny with your aura. There's not much you could do to counter it. Shadow Fiend actually pretty decent because you have a good amount of magic nukes, but yeah, this is a fantastic Underlord. So I like the option of putting him in the mid lane and then just farming up, getting tons of levels, and just snowballing into these other lanes.
Yeah. Well, if you put it that way, Underlord needs the waves to meet and kind of sit there for a moment for his Firestorm to be able to nuke them down. And Shadow Fiend, he drops was it 2 Shadow Raises?
Two Shadow Raises at level 3 and 4, I think.
Yeah. And then the creep wave will just push into his tower at that point, and it won't be sitting under the wave. And then Bryle's going to be a very sad underlord who doesn't get any last hits.
Yeah. All right, this will be really cool. I like this. You know, it's gonna be. I still really like Beast Coast draft at the end of the day. I mean, this CK like Elder Titan, they have double. The thing that's interesting about Beastmaster Roar is it does break Soulbind if you roar two Soulbinded targets. Because if they're unless they're like in the exact same direction as you, it actually just pushes them so far away it snaps the tether. So it's kind of like a weird scenario there, but there is a way to maintain both.
Interesting. Yeah, if the other team messes with you, then you can't get out. Interesting one there. I think it's really weird that like Force Staff became the counter to Leash, even though it's not how it worked before. And then Force Staff also doesn't work against Soulbind. It's some still odd mechanics in Dota.
Yeah. So when you roar the Soulbind target, for instance, like say if like the hero, if Beastmaster was say roaring, we'll just use Troll and Io as an example, and Beastmaster is like in the center of the two heroes. What? The Eye of Scotty was guarded by a apparently I pinged a tip. If he roars from the center, it'll roar in both directions simultaneously, and Troll will shoot one way, Moon Meander would shoot the other, and it would snap the Soulbind. But if you're facing the same direction as both of the targets, they'll just both get pushed back. So you do have to be careful to not try and snap the Soulbind as Beastmaster.
So yeah, I think they need to be sitting a certain distance apart. I only realized the other day that Primal Roar gives you the 40% movement speed when you actually roar someone, even though it's on the description of the skill. It's like, what? Does it really work like that?
Yeah, it was kind of like something that's just never been in the like base part of the tooltip. It's in the description, so a lot of people don't realize it. But it makes a lot of sense because when you think about it, like you roar someone and you always felt like you just zoom up to the unit with like all of your creeps and stuff too. But yeah it's a 40% movement speed buff. Like you just basically haste to the unit you roar and kill them.
Yep. You add all of your boys.
The true heroes
we're good to go.
Who wait all the way.
Oh. Gotta turn that off.
Wait, Bryle wants to plant his mid ward. No one's gonna try and counter it with their own ward, so.
I'll be creeping while you are spewing.
See, people have changed up where exactly they put this ward right here.
Yeah.
It used to be like a little bit further to the side, but then that would give them vision into these trees here. Wait, no, I have it backwards. I have it backwards. Yeah, but yeah, I have 100% backwards. There's like certain spots where people used to put the wards, and you could like go behind the tower here, or you could go into these trees here, and would reveal that they have a ward.
Yeah.
You figure out exactly where it is.
Yeah, you could stand right here for vision if they have a ward here or here. And on the dire side, this ward actually you can do the same thing. You can stand on this tree, and you can ping and you can pull tower aggro that way.
Oh yeah, it's tree's blocking that one. I had to like decide that this ward is on backwards, so unfortunately, I get to look a little bit silly.
I'm one of those like sweaty tryhards in pubs every once in a while where it's like, if I'm a support, I just immediately walk to their mid lane and de-ward them.
Man, that's golden XP.
Well, it is,
like
dude. It's actually so value every time. I'm like, all right, well, thanks, bye.
Shadow Fiend, yeah, level 25 Shadow Fiend player versus the Bryle. You know, what level is he now on the other one? Yeah, he's only bronze tier, so he's playing a little bit in subs and not that much.
Yeah. Now we are seeing the Atchfiora one, which makes sense to me. The idea is just get as many blast hits and denies as possible so he doesn't get the, Necromastery rolling. He did go Raise, though, which I think is pretty much the standard right on Shadow Fiend level 1.
Yeah, the idea is that you just don't have the base damage order to get the last hit, so you might as well get last hits the first wave by using Shadow Raise.
Yep. I love it.
Jerry missing a courier kill.
I don't know
First Jerry of the day.
First Jerry of the day. God, that man.
He just can't get his life together.
He tries, man. He puts in the work, but something's off with him. He just can't figure it out.
Shout out to our observer, Jerry.
Prowl doing great in the mid lane so far. That being said, Shadowfiend's not doing bad. Like, he's managed to pull up 6 CS. Against an Underlord, not an easy task. He only has 1 deny.
I mean, it's harder for Shadowfiend, I think, the first couple of levels now, just because of how they changed Necromastery around.
Yeah.
It's scaled better as you go on, but again, in the early laning phase, you only get 1 damage per Necromastery point, and that's going to be the case up until you hit level 4, where it's back where it used to be.
Yeah, Necromastery, I really do like the rework on it. I think it is so much better because previously we were like, oh, I died? Well, now I have to go farm 30 stacks of Necromastery to be useful again.
Yeah.
Instead of just getting, 10 creep kills.
It makes a lot of sense what they did. So, again, the biggest issues with it before were the fact that, yes, you were like a lane dominator, but your first early levels, you needed to fall back on Shadow Rays to do well, and that's, exactly how it is now still.
Yep. Yeah, Chris Luck doing a really good job at kind of trying to bully out Bryle as much as possible. Bryle's almost got his bottle. Shadowfiend already has his delivered, but he did go for a casual bracer plus quelling blade. So obviously Bryle's gonna come out a little bit later. Bottom lane looks like it's going pretty decent for the Chaos Knight. 15-4, and Mars only has 8 CS.
Yeah, I mean, you have huge base damage on the Chaos Knight, and that helps him a bit. He just went the 4 Iron Branches and Quelling Blade to start his game.
I've been seeing this. I've seen, this is not the first time I've seen this. Not necessarily on Chaos Knight, but just more heroes in general are going for this just massive base stats from Iron Branch and some Tangos and Regen, or Tangos and Quelling Blade, and that's their starting items.
If it works, it works. That's what I say.
It is 4 all stats for 200 gold. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. And you end up just selling or eating two of them, most likely.
Yep. You don't lose tons of gold for going it. You'll just using the inventory slots more efficiently. You have them open, you might as well. Guess it went 2 points in God's Rebuke because he's struggling to CS here.
Yeah, I see that being the case against the Chaos Knight. They don't have kill potential. Like, typically you'd want to level the spear if you threaten the safe laner, but I don't know how in the world you threaten Chaos Knight right now. Ooh, a rotation. Chris Luck ticking down. Nice fairy fire, but he has a regen bottle. 1 more auto attack. You're kidding me. Chris Luck turns it, but Bryle finds the return kill. That's a big win for Chris Luck overall, though. At least getting that first blood.
Yeah. He ran the numbers, you know how it is, and of course, just with the 3 points in Shadow Rays right now and how the Necromastery around, it's not hard to fill your souls back up again.
Yeah, he's such an unfortunate death though because he had that regen rune, and Bryle gets solo experience there. He's now a full level up on the Shadow Fiends. So despite Chris Luck getting that, first blood gold net worth wise, he's actually still a pretty decent amount behind Bryle.
Let's see it. Bryle, he rotates at 5 minutes. This is a master of the mid lane, everybody. Rotates after killing this creep camp, stacks the camp, fills up his bottle with the bounty rune. He can clear this out later, probably at 7 minutes into the game, and get his neutral item with it. My God, this man is good. Take notes.
Dude, Bryle's actually an incredible mid laner. I mean, it should not be underestimated on his role. He's an incredibly strong North American mid player.
Even though he's playing this kind of funny, Underlord mid, he still got his shit
rotating
together
back
here.
on mid again. Lich is here. Ow, he wants to find the man. They do have Frost Shield, but they're not going to go for it. They do force a TP out of 2. Io comes mid, and Grimstroke cancels his. Chris
Luck's got a pretty big brain himself. He opted to go Windlace boots his speed because the number one thing that he's worried about is getting run down by Bryle and Lich and whatnot. So.
Yep. Ooh, there's a nice stack there on that hard camp. Chris Luck's level 3 raise. I was like, you can't go for that. You gotta go right up onto the high ground where the Shadow Fiend is, and boy, a nice Inkswell sets up a triple raise for Chris Luck. Oh, baby. And that bounty rune was still there to bottle.
Beautiful positioning there by Schofield. You know, the man gets it done.
Yep.
And
You can... I was like, you could see Chris Luck. He was like hesitating. He's like, I really want to raise this hard camp. Like, I really want to raise this hard camp. And I had to like cancel it like 3 times. He's like, I guess I'll kill this hero instead.
No creeps until you finish your heroes. Nice CS there by Bryle.
Yeah.
Let's touch base on the other. Well, I was about to say there's a fight happening bottom.
Kazu, I was like, if he gets this spear back on Stinger, Stinger's in a lot of trouble, but he's just a little bit too fast with that spirit.
Yeah, touch base briefly on these other things. You know, Troll Warlord, he's now doing quite
he killed
well
the
for
stack
himself.
3-7 minutes. He killed the stack, and he doesn't restack it. Bryle. Okay, you know, you talked this lad up. He at least gets the shovel. But he definitely killed it 7 minutes there.
Oh no, Bryle. What are you doing, buddy?
He's coming bottom with a haste rune, and that's what he's doing. He's ready to go. Gets a courier. Drops that level 4 Firestorm, trying to body block up Hector here on the Chaos Knight Spear. Available 1 auto attack. Bryle chops him on down. Nicely played there. Is he going to chase after Stinger? He definitely is. He's got 94 bonus damage, up to 122 now. All right, that's a solid rotation from your Underlord.
He didn't have time to wait until 7 minutes, or that kill wouldn't have happened. You know,
That
a
is
man
true.
who understands his timings. He plays fast Dota. Oh, what does he get? Oh, okay, he got the salve. I was gonna say, you get the bounty rune, you refill the bottle, you win the game. Top
Nice
lane.
kill top lane. Jerry was definitely there. Didn't miss anything. Mid lane,
my man.
Bryle's going for the dive, but has to back off as Stinger is here. Bottom lane's a double damage.
The dire scan.
All right, the IO Underlord seems pretty legit actually at this point in the game.
Radiant should look to their top tower.
Knight drops Phantasm. There's a DD Underlord. They're gonna drop that Arena Spirit available if they even want to use it, but it's not necessary when you have an Underlord hitting for almost 400 damage.
Yeah, you know, whack away at the tower a couple times here. Why not? You're in position with all this damage.
Oh yeah, he's quickly buying an Atos and a wand, but yeah, this tower should fall very quickly because that overcharge is available. Click it, Bryle. Click it.
Oh, that's what we like to see here.
That's some chonking right there, dude.
There it goes, and just like that, tower is 100 to 0.
I say you rift, right? Yeah, they just go immediately top lane, defend the tier 1 tower, and now this Beastmaster doesn't really offer that threat to this tower anymore. Underlord, I mean, he's pretty much the king of defending towers.
Radiant have fortified.
You see the hawk back here. Is it? It's inside the tower.
It is
range.
inside tower range, but it's on the other side of that one tree, I guess.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold. It's 60, I think.
Yeah, 60 gold, 60 experience to my knowledge.
You'd love to have that as support, but you know, here you are in Bryle. This is one of the reasons behind the Underlord pick instead of the Timbersaw. He is very good at sitting in front of the towers, spamming out his Firestorm and stopping a Beastmaster push.
Yep, exactly. They do get the Hawk on the right side, but now they do have vision here. Bryle, I don't think he's really too afraid. They have Yules actually on Chris Luck, which is pretty scary. If he gets a really good ultimate, which he can't in time, I don't think. He's be able to walk away a little bit. 1 raise, 2 raise, the 3rd, they got him. Kazu is here though, trying to make a connection, but he is just slightly too slow thanks to that boar. All right, that's the Yules reveal from Chris Luck, and honestly, a fantastic rotation from him.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This Bryle, like spending all this time around the map or on top and whatnot, did allow Aoi to get a bit of XP under his belt as he sat mid. He's not level 6 yet. He's forced to make the trek to the bounty. He's not level 6 yet, but you know, once he is, I think they'll start trying to take fights again. You're just gonna do so much work with the Chain Frost underneath, like the Beastmaster Boar. He's gonna have to micro those away from him against the Chaos Knight when he uses Phantasm. The Chain Frost is just such a big threat this game.
Yeah. Oh, there's just a faded brooch bottom. You're kidding me. Oh. Wait. Was that the Dyers? It was the Dyers, but it was just sitting there?
Oh, no. That's how he's now. There's no way he gives that up. He says, you know what?
It was theirs to begin with, but it was just sitting on the hard camp. Wow. The Faded Brooch, I think, is unanimously agreed upon to be the best tier 1 item in the game. Probably the best jungle item in the game because of how good it is, right?
Best jungle. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, for how, in in comparison, right? To
Oh, yeah.
You know, tier 2 versus other tier 2, tier 3 versus other tier 3. There's not one item that's just like so good as compared to that. Nice arena top lane. They managed to catch the Grimstroke, relocate, and the Underlord. Underlord ends up canceling the Dark Rift, but a nice rotation coming out from catJAMMERS. They're protecting Kezu underneath the tower. Moonmeander's gonna bring him back mid. Oh, wait. What? Oh, I guess relocate was already. Oh, it was Lich that TP'd. IO was already up there. My bad. Ooh, Bryle. Gonna grab that Arcane Rune. Now Chris Luck might be in some trouble. Chain Frost coming through. It's just a slow for right now, but there's going to be that Sinister Gaze. Nice Grimstroke ult, but the Chaos Bolt hits Moonmeander instead, and now Lich able to stand his ground. They're gonna be able to drop a nice Firestormer as well. Moon's gonna go back on over to Owie on this Lich. Stormfate does connect. Lich still pretty tanky though. He's out. Brow's gonna keep chasing after the ET. A nice Reality Rift, but holding him inside that pit of Malice. More auto attacks. Brow needs to run. He gets dropped by Hector's Chaos Knight. Just too much damage came out from those Phantasm Illusions. HFN, he's like, fine, I guess I'll show up. I'm here, guys. Ready to play.
That was a surprising amount of damage there from the Chaos Knight. I think he got several crits off on Bryle there. A little bit lucky. He doesn't have much as far as items go. I mean, he's just got the hand of Midas and the power treads.
Yeah.
This guy plays so greedy on every hero.
He really does. Midas Chaos Knight is pretty good, right? The attack speed is insanely value on Chaos Knight, whereas some other heroes of Midas is not that value. But he's one that takes really good use of it.
Sven, for example, for some reason Hector continues to go Midas on Sven, and I don't really like it that much.
I think Mask of Madness is just like the better Midas on Sven, right?
Yep.
But Phantasm having a super low cooldown, they do 100% of your damage, so it's basically just an identical copy of your Chaos Knight's hero, which is why we see he just sat that on the Underlord the entire fight and does a lot of damage. These 4 points in Chaos Strike ends up adding up quite fast.
Yep. Look at him just use Phantasm to farm.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes now. You just run it down a lane and farm some creeps.
Ooh, Kezu, stop it from getting that CS.
I saw that too. HFN does have his Battle Fury. We saw that already in the last engagement, but he's getting close to that Sanj and Yasha.
Radiant should look to their middle tower.
Kezu gets the DD bottled up. Nice.
None on this stage.
But Stinger, I wanted to talk about what happened in the last fight. I got completely distracted by some of these other things. It looked like they wasted the Chain Frost on the Lich, just going it out on the Chris Luck at the very start. It actually forced Elder Titan to walk away and throwing out a Stomp immediately.
Yeah, I'd say Stinger had Duke all the way back to this medium camp, right?
Mm-hmm. Otherwise it would live. So what looks like a very stupid and dumb Chain Frost is actually a very high IQ Chain Frost by Owie.
Speaking of not Chain Frost, but Sinister Gaze and just ganks in general. Ooh, he commits the Roar for this. That bonus move speed might be enough to get Whisper out of here. It is. You know, we mentioned it earlier, and it actually came into fruition. Now, Stinger, however, not going to be as lucky as Kezu pops that DD rune, picks him off with that Spear Arena. Now, on the high ground, there is going to be Hector farming up some Ancients. Prowl's going to finish those off himself, though, and head back to the mid lane.
Yep. Now, the Cardies are here. This is a man who knows his timings. Doesn't want to give the enemy any damage on this tier 1 mid. In fact, he's shoving out the lane for himself.
Yep. And with, honestly, Kezu and Brawl, I think they could do a decent chunk of damage, but it is kind of scary to push into the Radiant tier 1 right now. Shadow Fiend does have that Yules, which is just so much damage if he can get a nice initiation. And they're pretty much content letting the Troll Warlord farm right now. I mean, he's got the Yasha completed after this Battle Fury. Just looking for new items. Just going to finish that Sanj and Yasha eventually. Io has that mech. Underlord. Okay, he's going back for a Hooded Defiance. I was expecting him to go for an early pipe this game. Stomp off the mark does hold Kezu in place. Bryle's not really hitting the Atos Pitamalis combination right. So he's having some struggles there. Does get that Necro Creep though. A lot of gold.
The cost of some damage, but you're forced to back up even though you want to play aggressive right now. I think a lot of this is just due to the Elderhood. You have to worry about these stomps.
Oh, Arena backside. I mean, that's the blink reveal coming in from Kezu. They're looking for the Beastmaster, holding him in place. HFN just chews him on down. Earth Splitter does not do much of anything, and this is the Troll Warlord's first appearance into this game, and honestly, a really powerful one, as they are going to be able to jump on forward on Kezu, looking for that spear. Doesn't connect, but Lich getting close. There's a Sinister Gaze. They got the Firestorm. In comes Troll Warlord, disarmed for the moment by that Halberd, but he does not care for that much longer as Hector dove under the tower. That's a quick 4. Yeah, overcharge Wisp with Troll Warlord is very strong.
It is. You heal up incredibly fast, and you get those stacks of fervor going maxed out before the overcharge ends. So you just ripping away at heroes. I loved how Bryle rotated to the mid lane immediately after they went bottom. They're not gonna be able to bring him down.
They're committing the roar, the BKB Requiem, like they're throwing everything, but he's still so tanky. He popped that Hood Defiance. It looks like he is finally going to get brought down by Chris Luck, but that BKB is expired. Kezu just gets chomped down by that Whisper army. Chris Luck ends up getting the double kill, and now they need to back on the side of catJAMMERS, and that's likely going to be their tier 1 mid tower.
Oh, I was just about to praise how good Bryle's rotation is. Before the Chaos Knight even went down, Bryle TP'd to the mid lane, just as he was falling in order to defend it from Chris Luck, so they couldn't get anything out of that. But, you know, now they have 2 kills under their belt, and they managed to put a Roshan.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy with Beastmaster, right?
Yep. They just can't do anything here. They don't have Chain Frost available for another couple of seconds, but actually they do have it now, but they're not in time.
Yeah, no way. They need Mars as well as Underlord to be like at the pit already, but it's just not there. Underlord does rift back into the mid lane. Looks like they do want to take this fight as fast as possible. He does have an Inkswell up for the time being. Nice stomp comes out there from Stinger, but can't delay that one. Now they're going to try and find a return tier 1 mid tower. I think, honestly, Beast Coast is okay with that, considering what they just got out of the last engagement.
Yeah, it was such a sick recovery by Beast Coast there. I mean, getting the Bryle and grabbing the mid, and they think, you know what, while we're here, they've got 2 heroes dead. Why not move into Roche Pit? We got the heroes for this game, right? Here we go. Very quick decision making.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, dang. The Holy Locket. I forgot that item is even a thing.
On which hero? Wisp?
Yeah, Wisp is buying it. I mean, it makes sense. It's one of the only good items to... It's one of the only heroes that you can build Holy Locket on and not feel bad.
There's a couple that are actually pretty funny, like Abaddon. If you get like his Miscoil talents and then his Aghanim Scepter, I think for every 500 damage you heal like 450 or something.
Have you seen IO Abaddon? It's really good.
I have. I'm not sure if I was casting with you those days, actually. I think Zoomers were running it.
Did they? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was core IO support Abaddon.
Yeah, it was like 1 position IO 5 Abaddon, right?
Yeah, it went awful. They got destroyed.
Oh no, I've seen it do so well. Because you miscoil the IO and you take 0 damage on Abaddon. You just keep running at them.
They're playing pretty close to each other right now. You know, Troll Warlord and IO is down here by the Grimstroke and the Chaos Knight.
Yeah, nice rotation here from Beast Coast, though, because it actually cuts off their ability to go back for those bounty runes. Mid lane, Yules, and he misses the Requiem timing. He's going to have to pop BKB, and he does. Now, HFN doing a lot of damage on the Troll Warlord, looking for Stinger now, hits him with those Whirling Axes, has the Frost Shield as well to try and slow him down. KheZu's just dead. Went in way too deep. They didn't even have to commit the roar for this, and now HFN might be in some trouble as the other roar comes out. Chain Frost as well. He's silenced. A troll doesn't get the battle trance off, and they lose the Lich as well. Reality Rift on over to Brow, has to pop that Dark Rift himself, and he's gonna be able to make it back to the base. But oh lord, that is not the fight you want to take. And Moon Meander, you got no creeps to go to, sir. Chris Luck gonna finish that off with one more raise. Ends up being a 4 for null with a buyback.
Yeah, and they still have the Aegis available as well. Hector, he's got no mana, so he doesn't get to posture too far forward right now. And of course, Barl is going to be able to spam with these waves with the fire wave. One of the reasons why he was picked up. They do the aggressive fortify because the catapult's here, but I feel like that was a little bit of a waste. Radiant doesn't even, or sorry, Dire doesn't even bother using the defensive fortify. They just let the catapult do a little bit of damage, but yeah, Bryle gets them off of his tower. Beast Coast, though, they're feeling very happy after that last fight. I think they ended up winning. They went up like almost 5k gold there.
Yeah, that was huge success for them.
5k XP at 4,000 gold after you consider they were farming up the map afterwards.
So this troll, I mean, he's really farmed, but it doesn't feel, you know, as impactful as we saw in that first fight, right? Where he was so far ahead, but now you have a Shadow Fiend who's pretty much neck and neck. Chaos Knight has started to catch up, as expected with any Hector hero.
And always finds a way. I guess that's why he loves building the Midas so much. He goes, you know what, no matter how bad my early game gets, or if I start to fall off, I'll just catch back up with this item. But we've seen how big this guy gets later on. He loves building these HP items on the hero. In fact, he's got BKB queued up. He's got Heart queued up, and I think this is probably going to go Silver Edge.
Yeah, Echo Saber Silver Edge is what I would guess.
Yeah. Like after that, they'll probably go like a Scotty or something. This guy always ends with like 5,000, 6,000 HP when he plays Chaos Knight.
Oh yeah, it's honestly the most fun build. I was actually going to talk about how KheZu has had probably one of the worst games he's had in a while, as he now gets passed by Schofield and Net Worth. Schofield does have the Philosopher's Stone, the good old money orb, but he's been involved in 7 or 8 kills technically, and has done a good job at, you know, just finding farm where he can. He's got the Yule's Aether Lens, while KheZu's just sitting on a Blink Dagger, you know?
Yep. I mean, he did amazing work with that Blink Dagger, that one fight they took the mid lane by the Radiant Tower, but after that, you know, not much has happened for him. Top lane. The tier 1 tower is still up on the Radiant side, so AGFN's happily shoving this lane in, but I don't think they're going to be able to get anything from it.
Yeah, it's too dangerous to push that tower right now, because you guaranteed have to almost push use your BKB to take it, because they can just Yule's Requiem you, so you have to like BKB preemptively now that you have a blink on the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, the old Requiem you, and they've set up with these Echo Stomps. This is a huge defensive ability.
All right, Underlord at least gets the Creep Wave and that Necro Book, but yeah, it's all Beast Coast right now, man. They're up to 8,000 gold lead. Like this game was very close. I think up until that one fight we saw, and then suddenly Beast Coast are just catapulting themselves in net worth above the side of catJAMMERS, and it doesn't seem to be slowing all that much.
No.
I really like the build from Whisper here. This 4 staff after the Necro 3, queuing up that Vlad's. It's just all auras, all team fight, man. That's what they want to play around.
It's interesting how they adapt their builds in each game. I feel like if they were doing a bit better in the earlier game, he would have had the Vlad's first, but he opted to go with 4 staff just because they were losing some of these team fights, and it's really working for them.
It's really good against Underlord, right? You have to be able to get outside of that Pit of Malice and that Firestorm. It's also really good against Troll Warlord. Mid lane, Hector gets found, but they just drop the BKB, and now you just got 2 heroes stuck. The double Chaos Bolt comes out. HFN gets reloaded in to try and offer some emotional support for his friends, but that's about all he gets out of it. Now, Brow, I mean, he's just keeping on going. Chris Luck goes in. There's the Blink, the Requiem, the BKB from HFN, though. Just going to turn it around. HFN's got to be kind of careful, though. He's going mid real deep. 1v4. There's the roar. It was held the whole time. That Chain Frost gets pulled all the way away from his team, and now you've lost Bryle. You've lost your Troll Warlord, and Aoi is on the run. Do they have detection?
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
that was an interesting one. I'm not sure how that happened exactly. While Troll Warlord, I think he got like a dozen auto attacks off on the Shadow Fiend. Not a single one landed a net onto him.
BKB. You can't net through BKB anymore.
Oh, I didn't realize you couldn't anymore.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest changes. That's why a lot of people itemize for Basher now, because it was one of the biggest baits. Is like you wait for Troll to battle trance and then you just pop BKB and run him away from his team because he can't net you. So that was like one of the biggest nerfs to his hero in a while.
Okay, so then I was just right. Troll is a bad hero.
yeah, exactly.
That's my takeaway.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like Chris Luck's BKB just drags that Troll Warlord, and the thing is HFN didn't even use the battle trance. He just gets pulled all the way forward because he's chasing after Chris Luck, and then they just roar him in the middle of 4 people. And that Force Staff from Beastmaster was super values. He just pulled that Chain Frost all the way off the side of his team, essentially nullifying it. There's no way catJAMMERS can reinitiate at that point. You know, they've already dropped the arena. Mars and, I mean, Underlord was dead. Mars had like nothing really left.
It's feeling kind of hopeless right now. HFN's getting shut down in these team fights. You know, you're starting to get more and more net worth here on Chris Luck. He almost has his heart completed. Needs another, what is this, 1,200 gold for it. But bringing him down is going to feel impossible after he has it.
Yeah. I mean, he can do it with the Basher on HFN, technically. Like, once you have Basher on Troll, you can actually 100-0 any hero in Dota. But the thing is you have to be able to just chain stun him down. And if he doesn't get the opportunity to do that, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, you just get roared by Beastmaster, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you need a lot of stats resistance to be able to deal with that. I mean, he has a BKB. He has something on
Kazu, nice arena. This isn't a good Roche attempt, but here come the double roars, and Earth Splitter gonna swing on through as well. Mars will get dropped immediately. HFN just stands his ground, takes down 2, pops the battle trance, but he just gets Yules. He didn't have BKB still available. There's the Rec Room. He's just turning back and forth, blown up by Chris Luck on that Shadow Fiend. He's gonna get himself a double kill as Blinks to the high ground, finishes off the Lich. I love auto-pathing on battle trance. Did you watch HFN's hero there?
Yep. He just walked back and forth back and forth.
He's just like, just going like back and forth, just like stuck in the corner here, just not really sure what to do.
I love it when my ultimate ability just disables my own hero for 6.5 seconds. That's your ult. You're just disabled.
Hey, get an Aghanim Scepter and disable your allied heroes instead. That's
I had that happen in one of my pubs when somebody insisted on running support Troll Warlord. I was playing carry, and he was awful the entire game. And towards the end, he's like, no, it's fine. I've got Aghanim Scepter. He uses it on me and just fucking disables me. And then we lose.
Yeah, that's happened to me before. I played mid Underlord in a game. I had Guardian Greaves, Pipe, Radiance, and Kaya Yasha. Sanj Kaya. One of the worst item in Dota that's never been built in history or whatever. But I like walked into a fight, he just battle tranced me, and I'm like trying to cast spells and just die, and I was like, what happened? And he's like, oh, I have axe.
Yeah, it was cool. Good, right? Smile.
Very cool. Thanks.
Actual unintentional griefing.
I just like couldn't cast spells, couldn't control my hero. I'm just like walking into the enemy hero by myself, just die.
Scanning for enemies.
Yeah, Aghanim's Troll, man, that needs to be reworked for sure. I think it was terrible. It's like bottom 3 Ags in the game, I think.
What would you say the others are?
Trying to think of the obvious ones. There was someone's yesterday I was talking about being terrible, but I don't remember. Oh, Schofield, what a gamer! He almost got it. That was so close. Did you see him at the top rune there?
I missed that.
He like Yules the troll who was like standing on the rune, ran down to try and pick up the bounty and blink out, but the IO barely beat him to it.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Nice one,
attack.
Moon.
Dire structures are fortified.
It feels like Moon's gonna have such a difficult time keeping his Troll Warlord alive. He's got the Holy Locket, he can amp the healing that he's providing, he's got the mechanism.
Bryle mid lane in trouble again. Earth Splitter pulls him back. Boom. Chris Luck now godlike. Yeah, I mean, this Bryle had a really good start to the game, but hasn't really picked up much of anything. Underlord is one of those heroes who you don't... Okay, bye, bottom barracks. Jeez, calm down, Whisper. Hector just already taken tier 3, ranged, gone, about to be the melee.
Yeah, but they know they can't do anything about this, you know, especially with Bryle dead. They just need to accept that their towers are dying here.
They actually just call it. You have a 4,400 HP Chaos Knight on your high ground and no Underlord. What do you do about this?
This all just came down to, you know, you had an amazing start of the game on Beast Coast. I feel like that one team fight that they lost, and then they ended up getting the tier 1 tower mid. They got 2 kills there. They ended up getting Roshan. They won the entire game off that one play.
Yeah. Really was, man. It really was. Chris Luck had a great game on the Shadow Fiend. This is the last pick hero, as you said. He's level 25 on that mastery there. So something he's super comfortable on. Just pops off. HFN had, you know, one good fight. Outside of that, it didn't really seem like they got online. You know, catJAMMERS just kind of fell further and further and further into this pit.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be game 1 going to Beast Coast. And I think very convincingly, too. Like, they hit their timings pretty much perfect. Like, the whole time, like, everything felt really smooth for them. The early game, as we saw, like, not great, but it's not like they were ever really that far behind. Like, they were at most like 1.5 to 2K behind it, and that's super recoverable in Dota 2.
Yeah, I'd say just the number one thing. Chris Luck, you got to play the Chris Luck game. He popped off. And I keep going back to that one team fight they lost, but you know, Beast Coast, they play the map so well. You give them an inch and they take a mile.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's going to be game number 1 here between Beast Coast and the catJAMMERS. Game 1 going to Beast Coast. We'll be back in just a few minutes with game number 2. Don't go anywhere.